All right, what's going on, everybody? I want to welcome you to another episode of the Sleeping Giants podcast with Mike and Terrance, presented to you by Double E TV. What's going on, Mike?
Not much, man. New week, a lot of new music, a lot of stuff going on. We got NBA season, kicking off. A lot of good games in the past couple weeks. Man, NFL's, right around that mid-season mark. So, a lot of good stuff going on there. Same with college football. And we coming towards the end of the year. Got a lot of heat dropping as far as on the rap and the R&B side. So we'll definitely be talking about that the next couple weeks. But what's going on with you?
Yeah, man. Just like you said, a lot going on. I'm not a baseball guy, but I think the World Series is going on right now too. So yeah, man, it's a lot going on in music. Just been definitely keeping up with these projects and videos and basically, anything pertaining to hip hop news for sure.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Crazy stuff, all this Breakfast Club. It's a lot going on, man. But we'll start it off, man, with our albums, man. Project that I saw that I definitely wanted us to cover was Ghostface Killah and Big Ghost LTD, the Lost Tapes. Ghostface, come on. I mean, Ghostface Killah is a legend. Incredible lyricist, part of one of the greatest groups in hip hop history. So, anytime you drop something, definitely got to check it out. I love this album, man. It's great. It was Lost Tapes. I guess it's stuff that he maybe just kind of worked on over the years that he just never put on albums, and he kind of compiled it to one project. But it's dope, man. Great album. Sounded good. He sounds good. He really sounds energized on a lot of these tracks. Amazing bars. And also, I was very impressed with all the features. Everybody went in because obviously they knew it was on a song with Ghostface Killah, so they definitely brought their A game. Highlights for me would be Buckingham Palace featuring King Crooked. Crook went crazy. Benny the Butcher and 38 Speech. Majestic Accolades featuring Planet Asia and Huss Kingpin. Incredible track. Saigon Velar featuring E40 and Snoop Dogg. I thought that was an interesting track, but it was really dope. I thought it sounded really good to have that East and West Coast element on the same song. It was really good. Done It Again featuring Big Daddy Kane, Capadonna, Stylistic Jones, and Harley. I thought Big Daddy went crazy on there. Capadonna too. Watch 'Em Holler featuring Raekwon, Master Killer, Capadonna, and DJ Grouch. But yeah, I thought this was a good project, man.
Yeah, man. I pretty much co-signed everything you said. I enjoyed it a lot. Thought it was very dope. Like you said, a lot of dope collabs as well. So that was dope to see. Dope production. So yeah, dope project. Highlights for me: Buckingham Palace with Benny the Butcher, 38 Special, and King Crooked. Majestic Accolades with Planet Asia and Huss Kingpin. Cold Crush with LA the Dark Man, Raz Cass, Chris Rivers, and Harley. I really liked the Chris Rivers and the Raz Cass feature on that track. I thought that was dope. Saigon Velar with Snoop Dogg and E40. You mentioned that one. Constant Struggle with Killer Priest and Bishop Lamont. Thought that was dope, especially to see Bishop Lamont name I hadn't heard in a minute. So I thought that was dope.
Yeah.
Do It Again, or maybe Done It Again. I can't remember. I got Do It Again. But with Big Daddy Kane, Capadonna, Stylistic Jones, and Harley. Watch 'Em Holler with Raekwon, Master Killer, Capadonna, and DJ Grouch. And I think I saw a Ghost with Rain Wolf, Sheik Luch. Man, Sheik Luch went crazy.
Yeah, he
Fire.
did. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Vic Spencer and Luke Holland. Yeah. So man, I like really the majority of stuff on here. So dope project to me.
Yeah, man. I don't think I wrote that one down, but I think when I was listening to it, I inboxed you. I said Sheik went crazy on here. So yeah, I definitely agree with that, man. Really dope project. You guys check it out. Ghostface Killah, the Lost Tapes.
Facts.
Next up, man, we're going to Philly. We got RJ Payne, My Life is a Movie 2. I'll let you start this one off.
All right. RJ, a pod favorite. We've covered multiple RJ projects. Definitely always give him props on his lyricism, his creativity. you know. And this project right here, I mean, it's another example of what this guy's capable of. Like, My Life is a Movie too. What I love about this is essentially this is a storytelling project. Every song on this project is storytelling. So, like, you know, we've seen RJ with, you know, the fierce and ferocious bars, you know, we've
Mhm.
seen him do the freestyles. Now we're seeing him in the storytelling mode, and he's still showing that he's elite at that as well. So, like,
Mhm.
to me, that just made me like this project, just made me respect and like him even more.
Yeah.
Highlights for me: Philly International, Center City Vibes, fire. West Philly, fire. South Philly, fire. South Street, Rocky Statue. We covered that one a couple weeks ago. Uptown Saturday Nights, crazy.
Mhm.
Kensington, really like that one. North Philly and the Takeoff. Man, this is an elite project in my opinion. Once again, we have these talks all the time. I definitely think this should be recognized as one of the stronger projects of the year. I don't know where it ranks right off the top, but I like this a whole lot, man. This is dope.
Yeah, you know, RJ is definitely incredible. Bars always, but I agree with you. I put that in my highlights as well. Like the storytelling on this album was very impressive. And he covered like all aspects of Philly. And he also shouted out Jazzy Jeff a lot on this album. So I'm not sure what Jazzy's involvement was, if it was on the production, if he A&R the project, but you know, shout out to Jazzy Jeff for whatever contribution it was, because you know, definitely RJ shouted them out a lot on the album. But yeah, I thought he definitely went in on this project, man. It's incredible. Highlights for me would be Philly International Airport. I love that track. Center City Vibes, West Philly, incredible song. South Philly, I like that one a lot too. We covered the Rocky Statue song, but just the whole concept and the video I thought was really impressive. North Philly, love that record, and also the Takeoff as well. But yeah, as you mentioned, man, incredible project. And I know you just put out something recently too, that we probably will get to eventually as well. But shout out to RJ Payne for definitely being in his bag, always cooking up some good music.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that project that dropped recently is like the barber shop or
Mhm,
something
yeah,
like
right.
that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll definitely get to check that out in the next couple weeks. And as you mentioned, yeah, DJ Jazzy Jeff was on 3 tracks on
Mhm,
this, mostly kind of doing like some narration and talking or whatever.
right.
But I'm not sure if he produced any tracks on here. None of them really gave me that
Mhm,
DJ Jazzy Jeff sound.
mhm,
So you know, I'll have to really look into that more, but he was
right.
definitely heavily involved with this project, which makes sense, you know, with his
Mhm,
uh connections and you know, growing up in Philly and all of that,
yeah,
being a Philly legend. So
yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I know in some of the bars he kept saying, you know, I'm about to hit the studio with Jeff and all that. So yeah, I tried to look up the notes, but I didn't see what Jazz's involvement was on the project, but I'm definitely sure it was something. And also, I remember maybe 2 months ago, RJ was in the studio with Ice-T, saying Ice-T was showing him some things to take his career to the next level. So, you know, that's dope. He's got some of the legends in the game that believe in him as well.
absolutely, man.
Yeah. All right, next up we got K Michelle. I'm the problem. Yeah, I was it's been a minute since I heard anything from K Michelle, but yeah, she sounded good on here, man. I thought it was a good album. I thought she showed some vulnerability on here. And also the most important thing I think she showed on here that she was still passionate about music. Um, Good album. You know, I think it's a good album. I think it's a little on the long side, in my opinion, but I do like a lot of the things that she did on here. Highlights for me would be Memphis, Blame Yourself. Oh, by the way, I think she is from Memphis, so you know it's dope to see her kind of put on for where she's from. So Memphis is a great record. Blame Yourself. That's one of my favorite songs on here. I thought she really showed some great vocal arrangements on that song. You is another good record. Another Wherever the D land, you know, we covered that before. Mayland, we covered that one before, but yeah, I think it's one of her best songs on here. Cheat. I Cheat. So interesting, storytelling on that one, but I thought it was a good song. This Man, God Knew, Same Damn Show. And I was kind of impressed with this little bonus cut she did on here called Tennessee. It's kind of like a little country bag that she went into, but I thought she executed it nice. But I'm the Problem, I think, is a good listen. I'm not sure how I would kind of rank this among some of our other R&B projects that we've covered for the year, but I definitely think she went in though, for sure.
No, man, I agree with you. And like I'm talking about, I was looking at the highlights, and you was like, I'm talking about almost every one up until a certain point. I was
Oh,
like, he
really?
gonna name all my highlights.
Oh,
Um, but nah, I was surprised by how many songs I liked off of this.
mm,
You know, I agree with you that she showed a range of different topics and different things that she chose to sing and perform about. Especially on the Wherever the D May Land track,
mm,
I really liked her rapping. I thought she did pretty good for somebody who's not really known as a rapper. So that was
right.
impressive to me. But overall, like, good singing moments on a lot of these tracks, some good writing and subject matter as well. So highlights for me, I got Memphis, Blame Yourself, You, Wherever the D May Land featuring Gloss Up, I Cheat, Gangster in Me, I like that one. This Man, Scooch, and like you said, Tennessee. And what's funny about Tennessee
Mm.
is there was one song, I think it was the song, what was it?
God
Uh
Knew, I think it was.
God Knew, yeah.
Mm,
That song. There was a note that she hit in that song, and it kind of had like a little country twang on it. And
mm,
when I was listening to it, I was like, you know what? I wonder what she would sound like doing country. And then like a couple tracks later, here it
right.
was. And I was like, she killed it. Like
Mm,
I
mm.
could really see her like doing a country album and it being dope.
Yeah.
So like, shout out to K Michelle. I'm low key very impressed with with what she did with this project. So I like it.
Yeah, same here, man. I agree, man. I guess obviously with her being from Tennessee, a lot of country artists, Nashville especially, is one of the biggest cities in the world for country music. So I'm sure maybe she got some inspiration. I just grew up listening to it a lot. But yeah, I agree with you. She killed it.
Facts, bro.
Yeah. Man, next up, this project I was very impressed with, Mike. We got Jamila Woods, Water Made Us. I'll let you start this one off.
All right, Jamila Woods. I'm gonna go ahead and piggyback off what you just said about being impressed with this project because this is a very, very different R&B project. Like it's really unlike anything I've heard all year. Um, the subject matter, the way that she breaks down a lot of these topics is very interesting. Her songwriting is incredible, in my
Mm.
opinion,
Yep.
and she's mad creative. Like I got to give her that. That was the thing that stood out the most to me from this project. Some good singing as well, good collabs. So really, I got nothing negative to say. Highlights for me: I got Bugs, Tiny Garden, Practice featuring Saba, Thermostat,
Mm.
Wolf Sheep, Back Burner, Boomerang, Good News, and Head First. And yeah, man,
Yeah.
just off creativity alone, bro, it's got to be a strong R&B album of the year for me. Just off the creativity. So like, I'm gonna go
Right.
ahead and throw that out there.
Yeah, I mean the vibe on this album was amazing. Definitely you could I don't know much about her, but just listening even to like some of the like skits and interludes she did on here, kind of spiritual type of person. Not comparing nobody, but maybe some Erica Badu vibes just a little bit. Great vocal mic performance on here, and yeah, like you said, her songwriting is amazing. So I was very impressed with it. Highlights for me would be Bugs, Practice featuring Saba. Saba went crazy on there. Wolf Sheep, Back Burner, Boomerang, Still, Good News, and Head First. But yeah, I agree, man. She's amazing. Definitely one of the top R&B albums of the year. Amazing, man. Nothing else to really add to it.
Facts, bro. I agree.
Yeah. All right, man. Next up, we got Sampa Laha.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah,
Lahai. Yeah.
yeah, man, he's amazing. I mean, my first time hearing of him was off of the song he did with Kendrick. I think he's an incredible artist. I thought this was a decent album though. I think his vocal performance is amazing. I think the writing is good as well. I think the only thing this album kind of lacked, in my personal opinion, is a lot of times for an album, a lot of times they have like maybe a big single that can really kind of draw people in to the project and get people excited about it. I kind of felt like it didn't have that on here, but that still takes nothing away from what I thought he attempted to do on here, and I think he's still an incredible artist. I think this may be his first album, if I'm not mistaken. So I think he'll learn and get better, as he continues to put out music. But maybe it's just, in my opinion, maybe it just kind of lacked maybe one big record or something. But highlights for me would be Spirit 2.0. I thought Suspended was a good record. Jonathan L. Seagull. I really like the vibes off that song. I really thought it sounded really good. I like Only, Evidence, and Rose Tint. But, shout out to Sampa. I still like, a lot of elements on this album as well.
Yeah, I agree. I thought this was a dope project too, man. Um, I agree with you. I think the songwriting's there. I think the singing is there. But it kind some of the what I say, it kind of reminds me of that Tori Kelly album that we covered
Yeah.
earlier this year. And the only reason why I say that is because I feel like some of the tracks are just slightly overproduced. And it's unnecessary for a guy that's as talented as that. The same way I felt about Tori's album. Like, she don't need all of that, in the background. Like, we need to hear more of her.
Right.
So, but at the same time, I don't know exactly what genre you would put his style in, because I mean, although there are R&B elements with the production, some of it is definitely not traditional R&B.
Right.
So, that may just be kind of his lane and that production style. But
Right.
for me, I just felt like some of it was a little overproduced, in my opinion. But strong songwriting, strong singing. So I really like the album all in all. But highlights, I got Spirit 2.0, Suspended, as you mentioned, Jonathan L. Seagull, really dope track. Inclination, I like that one. Only, Can't Go Back, and What If I Hypnotize Me with Leah Sin. So yeah, this is dope.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. Shout out to Sampa, man. Last but not least, man, we got Conway the Machine and Conductor Williams, Conductor Machine. Dope, man. It's a dope EP. Man, I mean, Conway is Conway. He's always putting out various projects each year. We've been doing the pod, 2 years, almost 3 years. I mean, every year you're going to get about 4 or 5 projects from Conway, and that's what we got this year. So yeah, he's been going crazy all year. The compilation album he did was really good. The other albums that he's been doing. So yeah, I mean, it's good to see him and Conductor lock in. I was really impressed with Conductor, man. He really went in. If I'm not mistaken, I think Conductor may have did like some vocals on like one of the hooks on here too. But if that was Conductor, he sounded great doing that as well. But yeah, good rapping, fire, production, and Conway definitely did his thing on here. Highlights for me would be Believe Me, Noor, Higher. I like Flame with Love the Genius, and Lord the Lord. So yeah, I thought this was a good project, man.
Yeah, man, I like it too. I really liked every song on here, for real. I didn't have no complaints. I thought the beats were dope. I thought Conway did some dope rapping, but that's what you expect from him, as you mentioned. I mean, he's put out a solo project this year. He had the drum work project. He put out a project with Jay Skis.
Right.
So, he's done he's been on multiple projects this year as
Mhm.
far as his involvement. So to see him, come back and put out something else with Conductor, that's dope to me.
Right.
Highlights for me, pretty much every song, but I like Blessings of the King a lot. Believe Me is dope. Noir featuring Goose by the Way, I'm sorry.
Mm.
Higher with Shots All My. I like that one. Flame featuring Love the Genius. Church Fan with Jay Skis and Love the Lord. So yeah, pretty much the whole project for me. Um, do I dare say a top EP of the year contender? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and jump out the window. I'll say it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely up there, man. I like it a lot. I know at, at some point we got to cover I don't know if it's an EP or album. I haven't had a chance to look at it yet, but I know King Crooked and Joel just dropped something new recent as well. So I definitely want to dive into that at some point. But yeah, I mean, shout out to Conway though. So fire project for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right, Mike, what we got for our singles, man?
All right, let's see what we got. So first off, we got J Rock featuring Ab Soul with Blowfly. This is dope. You know what I'm saying? Dope to see J Rock and Ab Soul collab. Been a minute since we seen that. I like the beat on this too. Dope.
Yeah, fire, man. I like it, man. I like what both guys did on here. I think both of them went in, man. It's dope.
I agree. Next we got Wale with Max Julian. Fire.
I agree. Fire, man. I like his energy, swag in the video. Yeah, man. He looked hungry. He sounded really good on here too.
Yeah, he did have some bars in there. Yeah, it
Mm,
was dope. I like
yeah,
it a lot.
yeah.
Next we got Tyler with Water. Now this song's been going crazy on TikTok, Instagram. It's got a dance challenge. Everybody's doing it.
Okay.
But I'm glad we got to review the actual track. It's fire. I really think, we've covered I think 2 or 3 songs that she's been on this year, and I
Mm.
really think this could possibly be that next big R&B star that I guess the game's kind of been waiting on. So shout out to Tyler. I think she's fire.
Yeah, fire emoji. I like it too. I'll be honest with you, I haven't heard too many songs called Water that's been bad. So maybe other artists need to do that. But yeah, that's fire though. I like it.
No, thanks. Next we got Loyalty is Timeless with Out of Your Mind. Dope. Most of the videos that we've covered from them, they're kind of like in a studio or whatever doing their thing, or
Yeah.
maybe like, something like that. But this is really a music video. So that was a different, vibe for them. But I enjoyed it. Thought it was well shot, a good subject matter in the song. Dope.
Mhm. Yeah, man, this song was hard, man. I liked it. And I was surprised, man, when I subbed to their channel, but when I left a comment, I was like the first comment on this whole video. Like it's too talented. These guys are too talented for them not to have more views and people talking about it. So you guys definitely go to their channel, check them out. It's dope, dope artists.
I agree. They are dope. Loyalty is timeless.
Yes.
Next, we got Shelby Soul with Easier. I'll let you start.
Fire emoji. I like this. I thought she sounded very good on here.
I agree. It's dope. Uh, Kind of like a neo soul type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? But she's
Yeah.
got good vocals, good songwriting. I thought
Mhm.
so. Yeah, I like it. Dope.
Yeah, I agree.
Next, we got Kali Uchis with Taymata. Fire. I actually went and looked up the lyrics on this because this song's in Spanish,
Mhm.
so I can, see what she's saying, and it was fire. I love it. Fire.
Yeah, I was very impressed. I thought it was impressive, man. She's incredible anyway, but yeah, I like this record a lot.
And one thing I want to say about this, I think Callie is mad versatile. Like,
Mhm.
she can do stuff like what she did with this song, but then she can do stuff like Red Moon, what she did on Red Moon and Venus, or
Mhm.
she could do stuff like what she did on her project with Tyler on it. So like she's just mad versatile, and we're
Yeah,
seeing more and more of her versatility.
yeah, facts.
Next we got Michi Darko with The World Already Ended, tab number 9. Uh, this is dope. You know, Michi is
Mm-hmm.
on that, you know, kind of vibe. You know, he does a lot of talk about acid and different things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely some good rapping. You know, we haven't covered him since the project that we covered. I think it was last year, might have been the year before. But good to see him still doing this thing. I like it.
Yeah, fire emoji. I agree with everything you just said. I thought think he's dope for sure.
Facts. Next we got Red Man with Number Block. I'll let you start.
I'm gonna go decent on this one. This probably may be my least favorite out of all the freestyles that he's done. It's still, I mean, it's still dope or whatever, but I think this may be my least favorite out of all of them he's done so far.
I feel it. I'm gonna go dope. I mean, it's Red Man. I'm a Red
Yeah,
Man fan. I liked it, so I'm gonna go
sure.
dope.
Okay.
Next we got Buddy with Free My Mind. This is dope, man. So good to see Buddy again. Haven't seen him in a
Mhm.
minute. So good. Hopefully he got something dropping this year. I would love to cover it on the pod, but dope track. And
Mhm.
you know, a track with a message. So
Mhm.
we don't get a lot of those these days. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, I thought it was dope too, and I liked at the end he had kind of the pastor on there talking and stuff. So yeah, I thought it was very creative what he did on here.
Facts. Next we got Blast and Bino Radal with Road Running. Uh, I think this is a good track.
I agree. I got a good track too.
Next we got Peasy featuring Baby Tron with Psilocybin. This one I'm gonna go decent.
I got decent too.
All right. Next we got Gucci Mane with I Know. This is dope. I like it.
Yeah, I got hard, man. This probably is my favorite Gucci Man track that we've covered on the pod.
Okay. Well, shout out to Gucci.
Yeah.
Next we got Earl Sweatshirt featuring Vince Staples, produced by the Alchemist Man Kala. I'll let you start.
Fire emoji, man. Hey, that's Alchemist went crazy on that beat, man. And then Earl went crazy too, man. I like it.
I agree, dope. And Earl and Vince have really good chemistry. Like I wouldn't mind seeing an Earl and Vince album. I think that might be dope.
Facts.
Next we got Vito with Deep slash Hold On. Um, Dope sounds like early Trey songs to me.
Mm,
Had a little bit of a Jodeci interpolation in there somewhere.
mm,
So I
mm.
thought it was dope overall. You know, interesting. I really haven't heard very much of him other than this, but it's definitely enough to have me like, we should check out more of his stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna go dope.
Okay, yeah, I'll go dope too.
All right. Next we got Don Tripp with Last One Left. I'll let you start.
But yeah, dope, man. Don Tripp is low key, man. Dude be putting in some work, man. He be putting in some work. And I like his bars and storytelling. I think he's very creative for sure.
Agreed. Don Tripp is dope, man. Once again, so glad that rediscovered him and his music recently, and we're able to cover him on the pod. Very
Mhm.
underrated artist.
Yeah.
Next, Gucci Mane once again with Must Be Me. I'll let you start again.
I go decent track on this one. It's kind of in between decent and good track. Yeah.
I'm gonna go dope on this one. The production on this track's fire.
Mhm.
Um, I really like what he did on it, so I'm gonna say dope.
Okay, that's what's up.
Next we got Lil Durk featuring Burna Boy, Stray Kids, and J. Cole with the All My Life remix. Dope. I like Burna Boy's verse.
Mhm. Mhm.
Obviously, J. Cole smashed this, the same verse that you know
Yeah.
from the original. So
Right.
yeah, fire.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I thought Burner Boy went off. It's basically it's kind of flipped a little bit, but yeah, I like it. I like what Burner Boy did on here, and like you said, it pretty much kept everything else the same with the performances with Dirk and J Cole. But yeah, it's fire.
Facts. Next we got Killer Cam, dressed like Nas and 94 freestyle. I'll let you start.
Yeah, hard man. I thought Cam was talking that talk. I like this one a whole lot better than that song we covered with him and Mace. Well, Mace is in the video.
Yeah.
Some song we covered from Cam not too long ago, but yeah, I like this. This is more of the Cam that I appreciate versus the other song you did.
No, I feel it, and I think this is a good freestyle. I like this move for Cam.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was the secret recipe beat, that
Mm-hmm.
Cole and
Mm-hmm.
Lil Yachty did. So that's real popular now.
Right.
But yeah, I mess with it.
Yeah, I agree.
Next we got Georgia Smith and Jay Huss with Feelings. Now we covered the track when we covered Georgia's album, but the video dropped recently, and I like it. I think it's dope.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's incredible. It's incredible. Georgia is amazing. Yeah, I think she's next up, man, to like really be like the next one. But yeah, it's fire, man. I like it.
Facts, bro. Next, we got Tyga with Bops Going Brazy. Once again, video review on this one. I'll let
Mm.
you start.
I kind of feel the same way I felt the first time we covered it. I think they did like a different type of video. I think this is more of the official video, while the other one may have been like some highlights of like a TikTok challenge or whatever. I mean, I think I did like the song a little better this time than the first time, but I still kind of leaning towards cool and decent.
Yeah, I go solid. It's
Yeah.
nothing like mind blowing, but it's not bad. So I go solid.
Yeah.
Next, we got Peasy with What If. I think this is a good track.
Yeah, I think this is dope, man. Almost a 4 minute song, man. He was talking that talk, so I give him a dope for it.
I feel it. Next, we got Danny Brown with Tanter. I'll let you start.
I think this is dope, man. I think Danny is like where he wants to be now, man. Everything he did with JPEG Mafia, and now I guess he's doing a solo project. But I think this is like the best Danny Brown version of Danny that I've heard since he's been out.
I co-sign 100%, and I like the track. Yeah, good track. So I'm
Yeah,
right there with you.
yeah.
Next, once again, we got Earl Sweatshirt and the Alchemist with 100 High Street. This is another video review. Earl's videos aren't super crazy. The
Mhm.
Earl doing his thing, so I go solid video.
Yeah, solid video. Song though, I love the song. Song is fire. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Next, we got Sayari the Kid and Paxki out with flower arrangements. Once again, a video review. Now I, for whatever reason, was unable to watch the video. That's my fault. So charge that to me. But the track I thought was definitely very good.
Mhm.
Um, it was one of my highlights when we covered the project. What you think?
Mhm. Yeah, I like it, man. I like it. Good message. And yeah, video. I think it was at graveyard cemetery, and kind of just performance type video. But yeah, I think it's dope though.
I feel it. Next, we got Monet Marlowe with Hood Baby. Um, Good track. I like it.
Okay, yeah, I got decent track for this one.
All right. Next, we got Lil Blessing featuring Travis Scott, Bia, and G Herbo with Liquor Store 2. This is cool.
Yeah, I'm a little conflicted on this one. I'm kind of like in that cool area with you, but there was some aspects of the track that was kind of slapping. I think I like Travis part probably more than anybody's. I thought he went off, but it's decent. It's all right.
I feel it.
Yeah.
Next, we got Smino with Mr. Pinterest. Now, this is basically like a freestyle over the What's Your Fantasy beat by
Mhm.
Ludacris.
Yeah.
So that was kind of dope just to see, a younger guy rapping on that beat. But
Yeah.
I like what he did with it. So dope.
Yeah. He went in. He went in. I thought it was hard for sure.
Next, Red Man, Hip Hop Meant for Me. Fire.
Fire emoji. I agree.
And after that, we have Token with That's Why They Love, or I'm sorry, That's Why They Look.
Mm.
Um, Man, same criticism of a lot of the stuff we've covered from Token lately. Good rap, the beat's just okay to me though.
Yeah, I got decent for this one. I'm kind of there with you. Like the rapping ain't the issue with him. It's just some of the production is a little abstract. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know his catalog too well to know maybe that's what his fans like for him doing those type of beats or whatever. But but his rapping is incredible though. But I got decent track.
I feel it. Next, once again, Earl Sweatshirt and the Alchemist with Heat Check. And a lot of these songs are the bonus tracks from the
Mm.
album that he just dropped since it's gone to streaming now. So that's the reason why we're covering them right now. But Heat Check, dope track. I like it.
Yeah, man. Hey, some of these bonus tracks, hey, it should have been on the album, man. Some of these things are hard. I like this. It's fire.
I agree, bro. Dope.
Yeah.
Next we have Mariah the Scientist with From a Woman. Fire.
Yeah, it's hard, man. I like it too. Yeah, fire.
After that, we have The Kid Leroy, Jung Cook, and Central C. Too much. Hey, this is what. Hey, this right here, I can see this going crazy. I
Yeah.
can really see this track going crazy.
Mhm.
Like they got one with this one.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think this may be one of the track of the week contenders for me. Yeah, I mean, John Cook been cooking. Central C, since we've been covering him on the pod, he's been going crazy. And the Kid Leroy, very popular. I remember the first time me and my wife went to Mom's Spaghetti M&M's restaurant is right next to, I think that's the Fox Theater. But the Kid Leroy had just had a concert that got out. And he's got a big fan base, man. He's very popular. But yeah, shout out to him, man. I like this track.
Yeah, man, it's dope. It's really dope, and it's an interesting collab. Like you said, all three of them are kind of like popping in their own respective lanes.
Yeah.
But for them to come together, like this one of those tracks that's got the potential like to really go crazy, especially in a crossover type,
Right.
vibe. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree.
Speaking of crossover tracks, next we have City Girls with Kim Patras, Flashy. As soon as I heard this track, I immediately thought of when Lotto did Lottery and
Hmm.
how we talked about like, that would be a good opportunity for her to try to get on the pop charts. This to me is a perfect opportunity for City Girls to get on the pop charts. And I think they got a good chance with this one. I think this is fire. Probably one of their better tracks I've ever heard.
Yeah, I agree, man. I like the track. And Kim, though, man, Kim was a Petrus, man. She went
Yeah.
crazy on the hook. And I like the hook so much. I went and looked her up. I see she's got 2 albums that she put out this year. So maybe we can cover one. I don't think either album is over 30 minutes, but yeah, Kim is incredible, man. So shout out to her.
Yeah, facts. It's dope, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Next we got Two Chains with Lil Wayne. Pressure. I'll let you start.
I like the bars, but I don't know. I just think it was just kind of cool off the first listen. It may hit me differently the more I listen to it, but maybe it's the hook. I mean, not the hook, but maybe it's the well, the hook is just so, but maybe it's the production that's kind of, I'm not crazy about.
I feel it. Yeah, I think it's a solid track. I mean, I'm right there with you. It's solid, but
Yeah,
nothing crazy.
yeah, I agree.
Next we got Terrace Martin with Alex Isley. I left my heart in Ladera. Dope.
Yeah, man, great song, man. I mean, Terrence Martin is incredible. Alex Isley, incredible as well. Sounds of Crenshaw. It was one little groove in there. That was like crazy, man. So Terrence is a incredible producer, West Coast guy. Him and Snoop have done a lot of work. Battle Cat. A lot of people have a lot of respect for Terrence Martin. I think he's even worked with Kendrick some too.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like Robert Glasper might have been on this
Yep.
track as
Mm-hmm.
well.
Yep. You
Yeah,
are.
so
Yeah.
yeah, definitely a dope track.
Yeah. Facts.
Next we got Mike Will Made It and Sway Lee with Lotto, and this is Different Breed. Good track. I thought Lotto snapped.
Mm-hmm.
I like what Sway Lee did on it. Dope.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I agree. I got dope too.
Next we got Chris Brown with Sensational. Dope. I like it a lot.
Yeah, man. I think this may be track of the week for me. I really like this a lot. Like the execution of it. He sounded good. A lot of, the dance performances, choreography in the video was really dope. And yeah, Chris is hungry, man. I like what he's doing.
Facts, bro. Next we got Young Boy, It Never Broke Again. Heard of Me. Solid track.
Okay. Uh, um, I don't know. I just wasn't feeling this one. No disrespect to Young Boy, but I just wasn't feeling this one.
I feel it. Next we got Timbaland and Anna Margot with My Way. I'll let you start.
I think this is just cool. I like the one with Justin Timberlake and Nelly Furtado a lot better than this one. I thought this one was. I could see what they was trying to do, but I don't know if they kind of executed it, in my opinion.
I kind of agree with you on that, bro, because like there's some Aaliyah vibes on this track,
Yep.
and there were elements of the song that I like, but it just doesn't feel like they nailed it. Like
Yeah.
it's like, you know what I'm saying? They were really, really close to nailing it, but not quite like No Cigar. I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
I think that's a great assessment on your behalf. I would probably say solid, just based off of that.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Next we got Flo Milli with BGC. Dope. I like the Bad Mama Jamma sample. Um, dope. I like it.
Okay. Yeah, I got good track for this one. Yeah.
Next we got Don Tripp once again with Project Pat. Dope. He snapped.
Yeah, bars, man. He's talking that talk on there. I like it.
Once again, we got Lola Brooke, a pod favorite, featuring French Montana with Pit Stop. I'll let you start this one.
Man, I like Lola Brooke a lot. I think she's hard. I think she talks that talk and goes crazy, but I wasn't feeling this one, man. And this is like the second time this has happened. I forgot it was somebody else that French Montana did a song with. I don't know. I don't know, man. A couple of these songs French been doing this year, I don't think it's his best work. I just think this is all right.
I'm right there with you, bro. I like Lola, but this is just all right to me. Like, um, I mean, it's just all right, and we'll just leave it there.
Right, right,
I feel like it had potential though, but
right.
once again, kind of like the Timberland track, it had potential. It
Yeah.
just didn't hit the mark for me.
Right. I mean, I could see maybe where she's coming from. Maybe French is a big name. He had the song Unforgettable that went diamond before, and he's a big name, but maybe sometimes the features ain't necessary, man. I mean, we love you for what you do. That's just my opinion.
I mean, that's true, and I would also say to your what you just said about the Unforgettable single, Sway Lee was on that, so
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I wouldn't mind seeing a Lola Brooke and Sway Lee track. I think that might work a little bit more in
Yeah.
her favor, in my opinion. But
Facts. Yeah.
that's just me.
Yeah.
But next we got Lady London featuring Jeremiah with Do Something. This is fire. I'm a big Lady London fan. I like her. I think she's extremely dope.
Mhm.
Great lyricist. And Lola did a song with Jeremiah not too long ago, and we both like that one. Kind of had the Foxy Brown vibe. So
Right.
we see Jeremiah's making his rounds, but I really like this one.
Yeah, man, I agree. I think it's a good track, man. I like it too.
Next, we got your boy Prince and the New Power Generation with Dark Side. I'll let you start.
Yeah, man, it's my dude, man. Yeah, fire, man. I like it. Not like a really much singing on here, but just more instrumentation. But yeah, I loved it because Prince is like, man, his solo riffs are just crazy, man. And you could tell he was kind of conducting the band in there and had the drummer, going on a cymbal run and stuff. So more of a I don't know what, you know, I think the album may have some of this on here, maybe just him kind of conducting stuff in the studio, but I liked it though. I thought it was dope.
I co-sign completely. Dope, like you said, mostly a instrumental track, but
Mhm.
I love the instrumentation. Love, like you said, the different riffs and
Right.
everything they were playing. So dope.
Yeah. Yeah. Facts.
Next, we got Glam with This or That. Fire.
I agree with you 100%. Fire, man. Incredible.
I like Glam a lot. Shout out to Glam. She's dope.
Yeah, shout out to her.
Next, Joel Ortiz and King Crooked with The Tale of Two Cities. Think we covered the song
Right.
on the last pod, but this is more of a video review, but still fire. I
Yeah,
love
fire
it.
emoji. Yeah, I agree, man. Fire emoji. They both snapped, went in for sure.
Yes, sir. Next, Conway the Machine and Love the Genius, produced by a conductor with Flame. We just covered this one
Yep.
when we covered Conway's album. I thought Love went crazy. Fire
Mhm.
track.
I agree, man. Yeah, love when she snapped on here.
Facts. Next, Conway the Machine and Conductor once again with Love the Lord. We both like that one, had up in our highlights, so we'll
Yeah.
move on to the next one.
hmm
That one being Rome Streets with Hell Backwards. I'll let you start.
Bars, man. Bars. He was really going in on here.
Agreed. Dope.
Yeah.
Super dope. Next, Michelle and Cello with The Atlantiques. I'll let you start once again.
Yeah, I like this, man. Fire. I like as we was just talking about Prince, I like a lot of the instrumentation on here, the vocal arrangements. And I know I've said this a couple times about her, but that's the thing I appreciate about her, that she really knows music, kind of knows where to put the keys in, the drums in, everything. So I definitely have a lot of respect for her from that aspect for sure.
Absolutely. And yeah, this is I think on the album that we covered
Mhm.
by her earlier,
Yeah,
the Omnicore book, if I'm not mistaken.
correct.
But
Yep.
yeah, dope track.
Yeah.
Next we got Rick Ross and Meek Mill with Lyrical Easy. This had the Jay-Z Breathe Easy sample.
Mhm.
Um, I like the beat. I thought they did pretty good on the track, so I'm gonna go good track.
Yeah, I go good track. I don't think it's incredible. I mean, it'd be interesting. I think they got an album coming, so I'll definitely, look forward to seeing what the album sounds like. But um, I just hold my opinion until the album comes out. I mean, I think this is decent, but I just hope we get a little more from the album than what they put out thus far. Like, it just kind of sounds repetitive in my opinion, kind of like what we basically get from them all the time. And I think they need something new to kind of connect to where we are now. This ain't 6 years ago. That's just my opinion.
I feel it.
Yeah.
Next we got Chris Webby with Murder on My Mind. Dope. I like it.
Yeah, I like it too, man.
And next we have uh I know we're gonna cover him again, so if I get the name wrong, y'all forgive me. I'm thinking this is El Miene
Mhm.
with Someday. Incredible track, dope, fire singing, great lyrics, dope. And I know he's got a project out right now, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll definitely cover that in the next couple weeks. But dope artist.
Yeah, I agree. I like it too. I think he definitely has a lot of potential. Is this our first time covering him on the pod?
Yes,
Okay, yeah. So he's definitely some. I got him on the radar. I want to hear some other tracks too. But yeah, I like it though.
agreed. And last we have Boss and Adekunle Gold
Mhm.
with Keratum. Fire track, obviously talking about some of the things going on right now, in the world. I'm sure most of you have news or, some sort of news outlet, whether that be your phone or television, and you're aware of what's going on. So, I thought it was very timely of Boss to do a song, kind of talking about some of those types of subjects. And
Right.
fire track, you know what I'm saying? Boss, I think, is an incredible artist. Definitely doesn't get enough credit. But yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah, I agree, man. Boss is incredible. I like this track too, like you said, and yeah, like you've said, man. Man, we've covered. I like the song he did off the Creed soundtrack. He had the Passport Bros with J. Cole not too long ago, and so yeah, anytime you get a track from Boss, man, I haven't heard dude really put out anything I haven't liked thus far.
I agree, bro.
Yeah, but yeah, man, it's a good week of music, man. as you mentioned, you know, a lot of great artists that we covered this week, man. But Chris Brown, man, I got to give it up to Chris Brown. I'm not gonna lie, man. I mean, I like him. I like Chris Brown, but I don't think I've always just kind of like loved like a lot of his music. But I've gotten into him a lot more in the last 2 or 3 years. So I think he's probably had the track of the week for me this week. And as you mentioned, the Kid Leroy, Jungkook, and Central C, incredible record. And Maria the Scientist was hard too.
Yeah, definitely like Mariah the Scientist. I like that Max Julian by Wale. That's dope. Kali Uchis or Uchis, I'm sorry, with
Yeah.
Tay Mata is incredible to me. Don Trip had a couple dope tracks, same with Earl.
Yeah.
Gucci, Peasy, all of them had multiple tracks on the list this week.
Yeah.
The Prince track was dope.
Yep.
Terrace Martin and Alex Isley. A lot of good stuff this week, man.
Yeah, man. And also, shout out to Wale, man. It's good to hear Wale back, man. I thought he definitely went in.
Absolutely. Hopefully we get an album this year. That'd be dope. I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, man, for sure. Correction, I said Maria, I think I said, but Mariah the Scientist. I know she has a new project out. We'll definitely be covering that. What else is out? There's a couple more projects that we got out we're gonna cover.
Yeah, definitely we'll cover as you mentioned, Mariah the Scientist. I know Drake's artist on OVO, Naomi Sharon, just dropped her album Obsidian, so we'll be covering that next week. Black Pumas has a new album, we'll cover that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of who else is out. Brent Faiyaz has a new album, we'll cover that one.
Right.
And then couple joints, some rap joints. Mike, I know that new Mike album will be in there somewhere. What else? Vega the Ronin, Vega 7 the Ronin, I'm sorry. And there's one more I'm thinking about. Terrace Martin and Alex Isley. We're gonna cover that whole album too. So yeah, a lot of good stuff on next episode. We might call it R&B week, but but we're gonna have some rap on there too.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. Yeah, we'll definitely also keep you guys updated on everything going on and in hip hop news. You spoke of the fight. I know Eminem was there last night. Yeah, Royce, Mr. Porter was at the fight. Mike Tyson was there. Vince McMahon. It was a lot of people there. I didn't get a chance to see the fight, but I heard that a lot of people wasn't satisfied with the decision.
I mean, boxing is boxing had to protect this title fight that they have coming up with Fury and Utsi, I think is the name. I could be getting that wrong. But yeah, they had to protect that fight. And I was pretty sure that there would be no way that Francis would be able to win the fight unless it was by knockout. And I mean, Fury played the game. He went in there, he didn't get knocked out, and he threw, he landed more jabs, I guess, than Francis, even though I think Francis landed more power punches. But ultimately, it came down to the scorecard, and when it's that type of situation, especially in something like this, which is really different than any kind of thing we've seen maybe outside of like Floyd versus Conor McGregor. So yeah, in this type of environment, you're not going to get that win unless you knock somebody out. But I give Francis credit. He showed he's got a great chin. Knocked Fury down in the third. And should have got a lot more consideration as far as winning the fight for that, in my opinion. But ultimately, it was a good fight.
How does if you're a Tyson Fury fan, should you be concerned? Did he look bad last night?
If you're a Tyson Fury fan, this may have given you, I guess, a preview on quote unquote the textbook on how to beat a Tyson Fury. Because I definitely feel like if Francis had caught him flush a couple times, oh yeah, that fight was gonna be over, you know. But it is what it is, you know. I'm not gonna take anything away from Fury, but you know, I'm sure there are analysts and other people who watch that fight and feel like, you know, they could pick up some tips that they could use against Fury, you know, if they ever get in the ring with them. And I'm sure Uzi, if that's the name correct, if I'm saying the name correctly, I'm sure he's watching as well.
Yeah,
So
facts. Give everybody your social media, Mike.
yes, sir. That's M1C underscore CH3CK on Instagram.
All right, I'm on Instagram as well at Terrance the Great. Be sure to look for the Sleeping Giants podcast on Facebook. And while you're there, give Terrance Hill a like as well. Also, be sure to look out for In the Hills and Terrance Hill music on YouTube as well. But we appreciate you guys tuning in to this week's episode of the Sleeping Giants podcast. We see you next time. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. See you guys next time. Take care.